Hello again, this is Andrea Rexroad, and we are going to be looking at another of the second grade standards today. Hello, this is Andrea Rexroad, and we are going to be taking a quick look at one of the second grade standards today, specifically the one on place value through 999. What is a bundle of 10 tens called? Our standard for today that we'll be working with is here on your screen. We're going to be working on understanding place value through 999 by demonstrating or showing that 100 can be thought of as a bundle or a group of 10 tens called 100. Your learning objective for today: I can understand place value through 999 by demonstrating that 100 can be thought of as a bundle or a group of 10 tens called 100. The first part of our lesson is always that I do, where I like to go in and show you and model for you my thinking. So let's review place value. Looking at the base 10 blocks here in front of me, I have the question, how many tens are in the model below? I'm going to count them out loud and model for you how you would do this when you start to work on your own independent work by yourself. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Let's check it out and see if I'm correct. Yes, so there are 60, so there are 6 tens in this model below. That gives me 60. Moving on to my next example so I can keep practicing. How many tens are in this model below? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens. So that's going to give me 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Let's check it out. 70. So 7 tens give me 70. Let's check this example out. How many tens are in this model? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tens this time. So this time, with my 8 tens, and I'm going to write this up here this time to remind myself, those 8 tens give me 80. So let's check that out. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 80, just like I have here on the bottom of your screen. If you're counting out loud with me, that's perfectly all right. So now that we've modeled a few numbers, we're going to look at one more example. How many tens are in the model below this time? There's quite a few there. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 tens this time. So I wonder what that is if I count all that up. Let's count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Counting by tens, so 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. That is a lot. Let's see if I counted correctly. Yes, so 14 tens, and I'm going to write that here. 14 tens gives me 140, just like I counted there. So now that I've modeled a few of those numbers for you, and we realize that those are actually decade numbers, we talked about how many tens there were, and then I counted those up to see what the actual number was when I counted those tens. Today, we're going to continue discovering another type of number that's made up of a group of tens. You may have heard of this. let's see as we keep going through our lesson today. So, I'm going to show you this base 10. It's called a flat. So, how many unit cubes and rods are in a flat? Well, if I look at my unit cubes here, and I'm going to move this one to show you that 100 of these little unit cubes equal this flat that I have here in front of me. How many tens is that? Just like we looked at in some of our examples a few minutes ago, the 3 or 4 examples we did previously, 10 of these rods give me this hundreds flat. So if we were to put these side by side, 10 of them side by side would give me this flat. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, that's halfway, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So, one flat is made up of 10 of these rods. That gives me 100, and that is the word we're going to be working on today. So, 100 is a group of 10 tens. Let's keep going with our example. So here I have one flat on the screen, and again I wanted you to see that if I were to take each of these tens apart, there would be 10 of them. Here I broke them up for you. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So it takes 10 tens to make 100. Here's a challenge. So I know this is 10, and I'm going to show you it matches up. So there are 10 in my first group, 10 in my second bundle, and 10 in my third group or bundle. I'm going to circle that because I know that this is a group of 10. That group of 10 gives me 100. This group of 10 gives me 100. And if I wanted to count to double check, let's do that first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So far I have one bundle of 10, another bundle of 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is my third bundle of 10. So what do you think my new number is going to be if I have 1, 2, 3 bundles of 10, 30 tens, 10, 20, 30. There are 30 of my tens units here, which gives me, remember, each bundle of 10 is 100, so that's 100, 200, 300. So I have 300, so that will give me, just like we said, 300. So let's count by tens and just double check. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, 280, 290, 300. So we counted 30 tens. We counted 3 bundles or 3 groups of those tens, and that gave us 300. So how do you know that there are 300s? because there are 3 groups of 10 tens. So what number is 3 groups of 10 tens? Well, that's 300. And so we write it just like we have here with a 3 and 2 zeros at the end. So we circle groups of 10. Each group of 10 tens is 100. So in this modeling, remember how many groups of 10? We had 3 here, and a group of 10 of those 10 tens is 100. Moving forward to review, before we get to independent practice, let me jump back. So today, we took a quick look at understanding place value through 999 by demonstrating that 100 can be thought of as a bundle or a group of 10 tens called 100. Now it's your turn. Just keeping that in mind, you're going to look on Schoology for a quick independent practice so that you can show your teacher what you know. See you next time.